right, so we move on to the last session for today. It's a session presented by Samsung. So for tomorrow, Tech for Your Future, presenting 3 startups, EP-CHECKUP, Greenlist, and Ingrid. And I would like to welcome on stage Mr. Peter Höhn, Senior Professional Corporate Citizenship at Samsung, to lead the session.
Thank you for the jingle and welcome everybody here to the Solve for Tomorrow Tech for Your Future session. My name is Peter Höhn. I'm responsible for the CC engagement, its corporate citizenship from Samsung Electronics here in Germany. Within our program Solve for Tomorrow, we want to motivate young people to develop innovation solutions and sustainable solutions to build a better future for all. And additionally, we want to strengthen digital competences as well as creative thinking and also build the future, build the step or the basis for building a startup or get the founding. Within our program, the last 2 years, we received about 200 or 300 people in over 100 teams, I think it was it. And it was really successful in the last 2 years. And I will show you something or present you some steps what is about in our program. The first one is an online qualification phase where you can submit your idea. Then the top 10 teams will get into our online bootcamp, or this year also a physical bootcamp, of course. And then the top 10 teams will receive external expert as well as Samsung mentors. And then after 2 days mentoring, the top 5 teams get into the elaboration phase where they further work on their idea. And after the elaboration phase, they get a final pitch event. It was in the last year an online streaming due to COVID-19, but hopefully this year also physical, maybe at IFA. And today we had the 3 finalists the 3 winning teams of the last year here on stage. So it will be EP-CHECKUP, Greenlist, and Ingrid Connect who will present you in the next 5 minutes or 15 minutes of their ideas. So I will introduce the first one, I think. So let's play the jingle to the winner of our last year's competition. It's EP-CHECKUP, who will have an idea to better communication in our hospitals. So welcome, EP-CHECKUP.
All right. Hello, everyone. Today we're here to present to you EP-CHECKUP. But before we get into what that actually stands for, a little bit of a Seada background story. So last year, my grandfather had a stroke and was in the hospital for 10 weeks, completely lost the ability to communicate, meaning we, as a family, totally dependent on medical staff to get any update about his well-being. Turns out, unfortunately, that access to information was actually very, very hard due to mainly a lack of a proper communication channel. So I had a very personal problem, and because there was no solution, we decided to make one ourselves. And that solution is EP-CHECKUP.
That stands for Electronic Patient Checkup, and it's a communication app that connects medical staff with the relatives of patients that are unable to communicate themselves. For example, children and seniors or stroke and coma patients. So this is what the app looks like to the staff members. They can send text and voice messages and photos and videos. And all the messages are encrypted by modern security standards. And on the next slide, you can see what the app looks like to you as a relative. So you get a notification, you can see the message, but the communication is one way, so you can't actually respond to it. You can only react by giving a like, so you can give some feedback to the staff members. And,
Everything is encrypted.
Everything is encrypted. Yeah, so on one hand, it saves time for the staff members because they can integrate the communication into their daily routine. And they can communicate whenever they have the time for it and not when people are visiting. And on the other hand, you as a relative get a regular update and emotional relief.
Now, what's actually in it for the hospitals? So today I've heard twice that in a year, Germany could save 42 billion euros through a more digitized healthcare system. I've not checked the facts, but they look pretty serious. And EP-CHECKUP is definitely part of the solution because it provides process optimization. So what we do is streamline a currently super chaotic communication process that's a major source of frustration for medical staff. And actually, EP-CHECKUP also frees up staff time because it reduces the number of unwanted calls and interruptions from relatives, like myself, I did that. Using EP-CHECKUP also shows a very important commitment to a more digital, holistic, patient-centered healthcare system, which is becoming increasingly important. And actually, the more we've talked to medical staff and also hospital executives, the more we've realized this isn't just something they really, really want, but actually something they need. So, if it's also great, how do we make money with it?
It's a B2B solution, so we sell a subscription to the hospitals, and we supply them with the app, so the software and the hardware to use the apps, like phones and tablets.
Who is we? Last but not least, so you've already met Elisabeth over here in charge of design and Android. She's also what I, as a Viennese person, considered to be someone from Berlin, creative and much cooler than myself. Then we have Tony, who is in charge of iOS and product. He taught himself to program and then sold a couple of apps in the App Store, you know, casual. And then there's myself. I cannot program. I'm also not that creative, but maybe that's a good thing because I'm in charge of numbers. I do finance and BD because also I talk a lot. And together, over the last year, we were able to make EP-CHECKUP come from just an idea to a fully developed MVP. And we're now talking to 2 hospitals to implement pilot versions. We're super grateful to Samsung and the accelerator for this because they didn't only help us come together closer as a team, but also to just take EP-CHECKUP to that next level because it was literally just an idea a year ago. What's next? We are trying to get out there as quickly as possible. I'm trying to show you a cool barcode, but it's not working at the moment. We're trying to get out there as quickly as possible, so we're looking for interesting contacts in the healthcare sector, as well as potential pre-seed, seed stage investors that operate in that field. So if you feel like that's you, or you know someone who that is, feel free to come talk to us after the pitches. We're always happy to connect. And with that, all that's left to say is...
Get connected, get your EP-CHECKUP.
Thank you, EP-CHECKUP and Katharina and Elisabeth. So we try to get to our next presentation. Maybe the technique can help us. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. The next slide. It doesn't work. The battery, maybe. So, please welcome our next team. It's Ingrid Connect, and they want to tackling loneliness in old stage. So, very social startup. Please welcome.
Okay, welcome everyone. I want you to think of a person you know that is 65 years or older, maybe a grandparent or a parent. Now imagine them wearing a virtual reality headset. Crazy, right? But that is exactly what we, Ingrid Connect, are doing. Now, what do we aim to achieve by doing so? Due to demographic change, we live in a society that is strongly aging. That means that 22% of the German population consists of seniors. However, even though we are living longer than ever, we are not aging well. This means that seniors face a lot of health decline when it comes to their mobility and their cognition. This negatively affects their psychosocial health. This means that 25% of seniors are lonely and are detached from the world around them. This, on the other hand, increases the risks for further, more serious illnesses. In order to prevent that, we need to keep our seniors engaged. However, caregivers are often too busy and they don't have enough capacity to just regularly provide leisure activities for seniors. But that is exactly where we, Ingrid Connect, come in. We develop digital products with social interaction and healthy entertainment that are tailored and accessible to seniors. We're a team that consists of Florian, who manages our product, Marino, who is our VR developer and makes our virtual ideas become virtually real. And of course, Connie, who is a social worker, meaning that she understands our users and our customers. And then there's myself. I'm responsible for sales and business development in order to drive growth. And together, we are revolutionizing leisure activities for seniors using virtual reality. With our products, seniors can create new memories and relive old ones. They can also experience lifelike social interactions with their loved ones. This boosts their brain activity, motivates them to be more active, and sparks conversations with others. And on top of all of that, we provide a user interface that is senior-friendly and intuitive, so seniors can independently manage to navigate through our applications. Speaking of applications, Florian, what different activities do we offer?
Thanks, Nada. So right now we have two applications. First, we have virtual game nights where seniors can enjoy quizzes with or against each other in small groups. But instead of being stuck in the same old room they've always used to sit in and play bingo, they now can get new impressions on our virtual reality headsets. This embraces the brain activity and also stimulates and enhances social activity. Our second application are virtual group trips, where seniors can travel together to places they've always wanted to go but never managed to, or to places they've already visited and want to revisit to embrace and enjoy old memories. Both applications are controlled by the caregivers on a tablet, so that the seniors don't have to mess with any technical stuff and don't get frustrated. To get our product as good as possible, we started early on with user testing, as you can see here, and we are always looking for partners to test with. So if you know any senior residency who would be open to test with us, feel free to connect us. And if you would like to get a bit more known about the product, feel free to come and visit us at the Samsung booth here, where you can test our prototype. And this also, let's take a look and take a recap on our roadmap. So first, we just started with an idea and into the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow program. Now we have a working prototype and a business model, which we are now testing, as said. Soon we want to pivot to a B2B business model where we want to target private senior facilities to bring them our business model of monthly subscription-based product, which offers the hardware and also the software and our service, of course, to make it a seamless experience for everybody. After that, we plan to also include a B2C business model for seniors in their private homes to connect as many seniors as possible. All to make our vision come true, to be the leading tech brand for seniors all around the world, because we are of the opinion that nobody is too old to experience new things with others. Thank you very much.
So, thank you, Ingrid Connect. And please welcome our next startup. It's Greenlist. They will create the sustainable lifestyle every day with a shopping app. So, please welcome.
Hi, I'm Tilman. And this is Christian. And Greenlist, what you buy can change the world. Greenlist is the first smartphone-based shopping list that empowers you to shop sustainable. But let's recap 2021. Last year, we experienced extreme drought in Japan, threatening wildfires in the US, Greece, and even Brandenburg in Germany. And don't forget about the fatal flooding in North Rhine-Westphalia. The reason for it? Climate change. 31% of the global CO2 emissions come from the food industry. And we all want to want to join the fight against climate change, but we don't really know where to start. So we started at Shopping Sustainable, and we encountered 3 challenges. First, sustainable shopping, we all think it is very expensive, but most of the time there are cheaper products that are even more sustainable or as sustainable. Second, you don't get direct feedback if you buy a sustainable product over a regular product, how much impact it has. And lastly, figuring out how much CO2 each individual product produces is very hard, difficult, and last but not least, complex. Greenlist tackles all those 3 challenges, and it's a simple app. And this is how it works. So you put your list on your groceries on the list, then you tap on Greenlist, choose the supermarket that you want to go to, and the price preference or your budget for sustainable products. Then you get direct feedback on how much CO2 you can save with your shopping trip. And lastly, we see over there we have tomatoes, and there we have bio tomatoes. Our algorithm figures out for you which product is, or which sustainable product is in your budget range and gives you a recommendation.
In the beginning, Tilman told you that 1/3 of the global CO2 emissions originates from the food industry. According to experts, with the right food purchase, this amount can cut in half. So together with Greenlist, you can cut your food-based CO2 emissions in half. This is as much as not driving a car anymore. Last year, a lot has changed. 2021, we only had an idea but no clue how to found a startup. But with the help of the Samsung Solve Tomorrow Challenge and the following Samsung Impact Program, we got equipped with all the knowledge we needed and you need to create and build a business. For instance, we developed with Samsung and Keeper our cooperative design and our business case. So what we are going to do with this knowledge right now? We want first apply to startup scholarships so that we can work full-time on our business. We want to build a community and supermarket partnerships so that we can grow faster. And the most important thing we want to do next is to release our app in the App Store. And this is where you come in. If you want to join us and the fight against the climate change, go to our website, greenlist-app.com, and subscribe to be amongst the first users on our app. Thank you.
Thank you, Greenlist. Yeah, before we will leave the stage, I want to mention our 3rd round of our Solve for Tomorrow program this year. So the application phase will be until end of next week, until the 29th of June. So if you are interested or you know anyone who is interested in urban environmental protection and has an idea to change the world, please apply at our Solve for Tomorrow program. And I hope we have all a great evening today. So thank you very much. Thank you for your attention and have a nice evening. Thanks.